Welcome to another video. Today we'll be looking at characteristic function. Now this function is a very easy function. It's a very simple function. So stay tuned to the end of this video as we'll be looking at various examples on this function. Firstly, what is a characteristic function? A characteristic function is a function that defines whether an element belongs to a set or not. So it defines whether an element belongs to a set or not. It takes the value 1 if that element is a member of that set, and it takes 0 if that element is not a member of that set. So what do we mean? The characteristic function is also denoted with this symbol. It's denoted with this symbol. So if we have a set A and we are asked to find the characteristic function of that particular set, let's take for example, if you have characteristic function of this, the set is denoted as this and the element is written here. So this is the set and this is the element. So let's take for example, if we have a set A that contains the element 1, 2, and 3, and you are asked to find the characteristic function of 1. That means the set A is an element of that set. The answer is what? True. So it takes the number 1. If we are asked to find the characteristic function of set A element 2, the answer is also what? 1. We also have this, and we are asked to find the characteristic function of 0. The answer will be what? 0. Because why? 0 is not an element of this set. So let us look at example concerning this function. So now we have these examples to solve. The first example says that if set A has the elements A, B, C, we should find the characteristic function of the set A element small letter A. Now, is small letter a member of set A? Yes. So therefore, for question number 1, Roman numeral 1 is equal to what? 1. Roman numeral 2, we have that set A element small letter B. Is small letter B an element or a member of the set A? It is true, so it's equal to what? 1 also. And for Roman numeral 3, set A small letter members K, or let's say is K a member of the set A? No. So therefore, the characteristic function is what? 0. Coming to question number 2, we have that if Peter is a math student, but Jane is not, what is the characteristic function of the set math student of Peter being a member of the set math student? Plus, what is the characteristic function of Jane being a member of the set non-math student? So let's go back to our question. If Peter is a math student, so it is true that Peter is a member of the set math student. So if we have a set of math students, Peter will be a member. So what will be the characteristic function here? 1. Plus, what is the characteristic function of Jane being a non-math student? So, but Jane is not. That means Jane is in another set that belongs to what? Non-math students. So that means Jane is in the set of non-math students. And therefore, the characteristic function also be what? 1. And the final answer is what? 2. Lastly, the last question we have, they say, write the characteristic function of the interval. You have the square bracket with -1 and 1. Now, the key behind this is this bracket we have here. This is what we call the inclusive bracket in function, and this is what we call the non-inclusive bracket in function. So this is the inclusive and the non-inclusive. What it means is, let me briefly explain. I've already explained it in our previous video on domains, but I will explain it again. If we have this, and I have 2, 5 of this nature, it is saying that numbers between 2 and 5 with 2 inclusive. So therefore, the numbers here would be 2, 3, and only 4. 5 is not inclusive. If I have this nature, it means numbers between 2 and 5 with 2 and 5 not inclusive. So therefore, the only number here is what? 3 and what? 4. So therefore, coming back to this, they were asked to write the characteristics function of the interval. So you would come, the characteristics function of this would be one minus 1, sorry. Let's come here. It's a set, so it's an element of this and 0. So we have 1 here. So minus 1 is equal to 1 and 1 is equal to what? 0. Or another way you can say it is that the characteristic function is that minus 1 is equal to 1. So how would we write this? We'll write this as characteristic function of minus 1 is equal to 1, and the characteristic function of 1 is equal to 0. So therefore, this is the characteristics function of this interval because minus 1 is inclusive. So therefore, it is a member of the set, and 1 is not inclusive. So it is equal to what? 0. And therefore, you will come to the end of this video. If you know you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and also share to everyone around you, your friends, your colleagues, and so on. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.